Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Matt back with another video. Today we're talking about this lens right here, the Fujifilm XC 35mm f2. It's not really a lens I probably would have gone out and bought myself, but Frank, who is a subscriber of this channel, Frank Artali, he sent this to me. He also previously sent me a Fujifilm X100 and a couple other things, so thank you very much, Frank. But I have got some use with this lens and I can finally do a review on it. So yeah, let's just get into it. Obviously, the biggest selling point of this lens is the price for what it is. It's like a 50mm equivalent, pretty fast at f2, but it's only like $200 brand new or something like that. So it's such a steal. It is basically, it's the same optics as the XF 35mm f2, which is a pretty good lens, but the difference is that this has a plastic build quality. All of the other f2 primes, they have metal build quality. They're also weather sealed. This one is also not weather sealed, so it's just a little bit cheaper feeling physically, but it has the same optics, the same image quality as the XF 35mm f2, which a lot of people own and a lot of people really like as a walk around everyday kind of lens. And that's what this is. An even cheaper version of that lens, same image quality, but it's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none, I feel like. It also doesn't have an aperture ring, which some people will not like. I don't think any of the XC lenses have aperture rings. All of the XC lenses are also plastic, and most of them are kit lenses. I think this is the only XC prime lens. It has the same filter thread size and the same lens hood as the 23mm f2, so it takes 43mm filters, a little bit of a weird size, smaller size. But yeah, this actually has the 23mm lens hood on it. Sometimes the lens cap falls off a little bit easily, but you can put it on the lens and then put the hood, and then it's kind of locked in there for travel, so the lens cap can never fall off, and your front element is fine. Like I said, it's the same lens as the XF 35 f2, with a few differences, especially in the build quality. I do believe it also has not as good lens coatings, though I haven't noticed like a lot of chromatic aberrations or anything, although I never owned the 35 f2 XF version, so I can't really compare. This is the only version of the two I've owned. And I think it also has a different autofocus motor. It's not quite as good. Both of the lenses that I've noticed, and I've also heard about this with the XF version, it has really heavy focus breathing, especially from minimum focus distance to infinity. There's a big change in focal length, it seems. So yeah, lots of focus breathing, probably not the best video lens, and also because of the lesser autofocus motors in it, also probably not the best video lens. That's why I would have shot this video with this lens, but I thought that the focus breathing would be way too distracting. It's a very, very good lens, especially stopped down more to like f5.6, f8. You're getting very good crisp image quality. At f2, it's also very good at slightly longer distances, but just like the 23 f2, it's very soft at minimum focus distance at f2, but that does sharpen up very fast. Even like at f2.8 minimum focus distance, your images are a lot clearer. But that is one thing I really didn't like about the 23 f2, that it was so soft at minimum focus distance wide open. I have the 50 f2, which I will eventually review, the last of the three Fujicron primes or whatever, and it is not soft at minimum focus distance like the 23 and the 35. So that is a problem with these lenses, and it's not unanimous with all the f2 primes. Considering how cheap you can get this lens, you can get it for probably $100 used, and it is a first-party autofocus lens. Considering all that, the bokeh is very pleasing. It is totally usable for portraits. I, for the most part, have been using it as a walk-around lens, but I've got some portraits of my dogs. I do have better professional portrait lenses that I would probably use, but if this is like your walk-around lens, like I said, the jack of all trades, your nifty 50, so to speak, then you can definitely get some good portraits with it if that's just what you happen to have on your camera. Or even if this is just the first prime lens you buy, I think that's really the best target audience for this lens. Somebody who maybe gets like a Fujifilm X-T30 or something with the the XC 15 to 45 kit lens and they want their first prime, this is the best value Fujifilm prime there is. It's the cheapest one and it's not bad because of its price. Overall with this lens, I wouldn't say I have a super strong feeling about it, either positively or negatively. It kind of is. It's not super amazing at anything it does, but it's really good at most things it does. It's like a nifty 50 prime. It's a pretty fast prime. It's not the fastest. It's pretty sharp. It's not the sharpest. It has pretty good autofocus, but not the best autofocus. But if you got like $150 or $100 and you can find it used on eBay for that price, the plastic of it, you know, unless someone like really destroys it somehow, it doesn't scratch up like metal lenses. So that is one thing with these plastic lenses. Even after some use, you really shouldn't notice too much wear on it. So you can get them used in really good condition. But watch out, because some people really beat up their equipment. So yeah, I would recommend this, especially for a beginner photographer. Say you have your first Fujifilm camera and you have one of the XC kit lenses and it's not the best image quality and you're thinking about your first prime and you came to this video, you're watching a whole bunch of reviews on it. Get this. This is a good first prime for you. It's a good first step into understanding the value of buying primes, and then eventually I'm sure you'll step up to the even higher quality XF versions, but this is a good way to dip your toes in the water, so to speak. So leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, if you got some value out of it, leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Peace.